Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Italian Nikuzuki live stream. I'm just getting the video up on my channel so I can make sure everything's like pushing through correctly. The sun is absolutely glorious. If the lens flare gets to be too much, I will go close the blind. But for now, we are just going to take advantage of the sunshine and get as much done here as we can. I think I'm down to 5, 10, 15, 23 bags to top stitch right now. So we'll get these done and dusted tonight. Dallas is on bedtime duty, so that gives me the time to actually do this. 100% had a caffeinated beverage, and it has not helped. I'm like, I want to go to bed, but I am also like really enjoying the sunshine. So actually, I don't even need that light on, I don't think. Although it doesn't make it. Oh, it makes it a little bit nicer for you guys, so we'll leave it on. But just another reason to be glad that I moved my sewing desk over here, because I would have never experienced this over on the other side. This will probably be short-lived, because given that we're heading into summertime. But my goodness, is it ever nice. Oops. Alright, there's the end of that bobbin. Which of course is like halfway through this bag. Okay, there we go. Swap the bobbins. The bobbin winding station is fighting me. There we go. One of those nights, apparently. There we go. Okay. Get that through here. Really don't have anything witty for commentary right now, but thank you for joining me. We'll work through everything that we got to do here. 25 more. So we should be able to get these done. I can't remember how long I was on last time, but it wasn't, what, maybe an hour and a half? 2 hours tops. And that got us well over 50, or 50 bags done at least. So. Plus all the black thread handles as well. My youngest was looking at the sloth fabrics with the lemons on it, these ones. And they were like, I like lemons, which is adorable. My phone is still having issues with the video, which is very interesting. At least on my end. I don't know if it's coming through as choppy on the stream. I can't see it that well, but it looks like it probably is. What is going on with this phone? Okay, I am going to stop the video and just restart it, and maybe that'll be better. Hello. Not really. Interesting. I wonder if the bright light is confusing the cameras or something. I don't know anymore. The two different colorways of this print as well, and actually we've already sewn the third colorway of it. So this is like the blue and sage, and then we've got the like olive and purple lavender kind of color. So it's super cool to see them side by side. And then we've already sewn the black and red version of it earlier. Pull the thread all the way up so it doesn't get caught here. There we go. Anyway, I will be on until the kiddos are asleep, and then I'm gonna go up to bed myself. But Dal's doing bedtime, at least gives me some extra time downstairs. Sweet. Yeah, these are just like ticking along, which is awesome. Can't ask for it to go much smoother than this right now. Although I do need to line this next bobbin, so we'll start that after I get this one back stitched. I guess actually we are going to also need to do, so after this we need to turn these bags and clip in the twill tape, but we're also going to need to actually put the zip pulls on for the ones that are zipper tape before we do anything else, because the bag is pretty useless if you don't have a zip pull on it. You can't close the zipper. It kind of defeats the purpose of the work of putting in all these zippers, that's for sure. But rest assured, I have them all the zip pulls are stacked up beside me in their little red parts bins. All right, we're already down to 20. Sweet. My watch was like, you need to stand up. You're almost to your goal. And then I noticed that exercise numbers are... I did not exercise today. I didn't even go for a walk today. But it's counting all the knitting I did on our drive out to Canmore. Okay, so take the watch off before knitting. So I don't skew my numbers. Oh well. One day isn't the worst. I think there's, so I said what I counted what, like 93 large box bags, and I was like, oh, that means that there's like about 98 Kato bags. I just realized I think there's a few more because I'd already done the division of Kato bags from the last round of large box bags. Oops. Although actually there's a few in this large box bag cut, so like this blue Sakura is already a Kato bag, so I guess it might even out. It's going to be interesting. I know we did counts, but obviously my counts were completely off for a lot of the lining cuts that we did. So maybe we'll do another count when I actually do the thing that we need to do next, like canvas and pockets. Reminds me, I do need to, right, I'm pretty sure I've got enough hardware. I can easily access more black hardware. But I was just thinking of pocket fabric, but I think we're good, at least for this round. I'll be placing an order anyway, and that'll include pocket fabric because we're almost out of lining fabric, and that is kind of key if I want to get any more big bags done or the tote bags done. And pretty much any other product, to be honest. All right. am sorry for the slow camera. I do not know what is up with that at all. I wonder if I need to change, like, let's change to this one. Maybe it's like on like a slow-mo or something like that. No, on my end it is definitely still choppy. Interesting. And like that's oh, I wonder, maybe let's hide on the stream for a second. It's not so much that it's like the fact that it's not showing it in tune with me. It's more just it's really choppy. That's what I'm noticing. And it's actually distracting because I keep seeing it out of the corner of my eye. Like, why is it so choppy? Like, is it actually the sun? Or what? Maybe I should go close the blind and see if that helps. Still get quite a generous amount of light in here, even if I close the blind, but I prefer not to if I can give it a few minutes. Sweet, 11 left, and then we get to go on to the next step. So yeah, we'll definitely get this step done and dusted tonight, and we'll move on to the next one, which if you haven't been consuming all of the live streams for the last like 9 months, the next step is pinning the twill in, or clipping the twill into the bags, which is the little ribbons that you can use to open and close the bags easier. Basically, we clip those in, and then we can go through and do all of the end seams to like close the bags up, and zip pulls and all of that fancy stuff. The bunnies. Right now we're doing what's called chain piecing, which means that we're just basically, we're not trimming the threads in between each piece, which saves you time and thread, a significant amount of thread actually. So I try to do it as many places as I can. I didn't actually chain and piece my white thread bags earlier, but I'm finding that this is actually quite effective today. Definitely has also highlighted another pro of the zipper tape when it comes to top stitching. So, and honestly, I had just as many, I had more skips on the finished zipper tape for, like I had more issues and had to resew more pre-done zippers than I did zipper tape this time. Although that was not the case when we did those big bags. There was a lot of dipping, but I guess those were the learning curve ones. That's what we're gonna go with. Those were the learning ones. We knew a little bit better when it came to these ones. Not much. There was not much of. We're still on a learning curve because this is new interfacing and everything too. Or like half and half. Half old interfacing, half new interfacing, which is always fun. 7, 7, 7. We're well under the single digits. Digits. It's like getting to the 17 miles of the marathon out of like 26. Once you're at 17, you're solidly in the single digits left for your race. It's like, yeah. Still a lot to go, but you're also well over halfway. Which is not true of a half, because, well, and actually it was one of the things that I kind of did to trick myself for running the marathon. It was like, because marathons, of course, are 42.2 K. So I trained in miles because that's partly what my training program was in. So I didn't want to do conversions. But it was also like 26 miles sounds a lot more achievable than 42.2 K. It's actually 26.2 miles. But, yeah. But man, those miles are a lot longer than kilometers. So I fooled myself in one way, but maybe I was the fool. I don't know. But it also helped because all the mile markers done at Disney were in miles as well, because we were in the States. So I don't know. And Dallas had to keep like converting because he technically trains in miles, but he runs in kilometers for his watch. So I do think I had the advantage having trained in miles mentally as well, to kind of having a good idea of like how far I personally was from the next like mile and stuff like that. All right, we are on the Ramble Express now because I am tired. And as much as I haven't been streaming this week, we also haven't done much this week because we've been sick. But these turtles are cute, at least. All right, 1, 2, yep, 3, 4, and 5. 5 bags left. Excellent. Top stitching is like one of the fastest parts of doing the large box bags, for sure. Actually, once I'm done the top stitching, I will stand up and close this blind just so it hopefully stops the lag or whatever's going on with the camera. I do know we need to go. So typically we do a buyback program for our phones, but we've decided that we're going to just pay that out and keep the phones this time, because I'm like, we don't need to update every 2 years. And honestly, from what I'm seeing of the reviews of the iPhone 15's camera, there is like, it's not worth it. But that does mean that we need to go, like, our phones. Whoever thought it was smart to put a glass back on a phone was just, I don't know what they were thinking. And then it's like, the cases that we had originally were super, like, I guess they must have been loose or something like that, because like they just shattered. Now we don't take our cases on and off very often, so they've just stayed shattered. But I do want to go take advantage of our Apple Care and like get a refreshed phone before we pay them out. Which is I guess is the same as like trading it in for a new phone basically, but there's no way we would get the buyback value on them with the amount of damage that's been done to them anyway, so we can spread it out over a couple months and fix them both, because Dallas has done the same, like his phone also shattered on the back. So fun times. Although I will admit, one of the wildest ones that I've ever had with a phone, I don't think it was this one, it was the previous one I had, was somehow I shattered one of the lenses on the camera on the back. I do not know how it happened. Like, it just, like, I picked it up just before Christmas, and it was, like, all, like, broken out. It was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. And it hasn't happened since either, so I'm like, okay. Must have, like, the kids were little, so maybe, like, one of their toys fell very specific, in a very specific orientation and cracked it or something. But it's not something that I would have done, like, maybe it fell really flat on, like, a rock and shattered the lens. I don't know. It was very weird. Alright, two more. Then we get to do more work. Different work, though. This is giving me, like, accomplishment points of, like, finishing the next step. So that's always extremely motivating. Plus, given that we have, 5 days until, 4 days, technically, until Shindig. Accomplishment points and finishing things is extremely important. Eek. I guess I gotta plan out my lunch for Shindig as well. Whether I'm going to, like, go get a Subway or just pack lunch. I think I might go get Subway sandwich. Subway sandwiches are excellent for show days. Eek. Okay, go. Fold this down. Last one. And then I'll go close the blind so that hopefully the camera isn't lagging as much. Ding. Go. Do I have an absolutely horrendously massive pile of bags behind my machine now? 100%. It just fell off the back of the machine. You saw that slow avalanche of bags. Now, I think we'll just work with the... Question is, do we clip and pin clip the blacktop stitching ones first? Probably because they're, like, sitting right here. Okay, I'm going to mute it just so you don't have to listen to me put the mic on and off. And then I'm going to close the blind and see if that helps this, like... Yeah, because it's not, like, affecting the laptop. It's just affecting the phone. Alright, I really don't know what's going on. Although this is better because now I'm not blinded by the sunlight, although it was really nice while I had it. We're still pretty bright, although actually that did darken the room quite a bit more than I anticipated. I guess that's what happens when you like cut off the main source of sunlight. Alright, so I've got a couple options here. I could go through and just trim all the threads actually. Oh, that sounds boring. I still have to do it, but I could intersperse it with clipping in the things. But in a lot of these cases, static. Okay. Let's pull fabric out of there. That's going to go to my friend. I do need to move the thread catcher around. Because I could technically send the threads to her too. But, meh. Yeah, let's actually just, so we're going to do the boring work right now and just trim down all the thread ends. I feel like I almost should move this to like an ASMR video, although it's not really ASMR because you can't even hear the thread clipping really. I could do it like right against the mic, I guess. I don't know. Or would I have to like lay it down on the desk? This is more of maybe like a slow chatter. Here, I will turn the camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. Anyway, I guess more, it's not necessarily an ASMR quiet chat, it's more of just a slow chatter chat. There we go, stream thing. Alright, actually, for the ones that don't need a zipper pull, we are also going to do the next step, which is flip the bag out. And then we'll do the clipping later. So, let's put the ones that need zipper pulls right behind me, and then the ones that don't need zipper pulls will go on the cart, flipped, and then we can go from there. I can go from there. This is the royal we tonight. There. Like, actually, yeah, good enough. Flynn is 100% quality control inspecting the work by sleeping on it, just as a heads up. But it will be all up to his exacting standards, hopefully. Actually, it even sounds like he's snoring on it. Very gentle little... Poor cat. The kids absolutely adore him. But he's still not 100% sure exactly what to do with the children. Remy was definitely the kid cat. But it's also partly that the kids just don't know how to, well, okay. The eldest knows how to act around the cat. The youngest does not know how to act around the cat yet. So there's been a few incidents where I've like walked out of the washroom and the cat has been pulled around by his tail, and it's like, oh, the kid got shit for that, because it's just like, no, it's not what you do with cats. And they knew, but it's just like, ah. Of course, when you turn your eyes away, right? So. Now, the cats always have escape routes. It's not like they're stuck with the children either. So, that's the difference, too. They just... Ooh. There is something going on. That is the second set of emergency vehicles I've heard go out recently. And they are heading out west. Uh-oh. I don't know what headed out first, but this is fire. Hope everything is okay. These fish are gorgeous. Oh, I'll turn the ring light on now too, because now we need a little bit more support here. Oh, apparently, there we go. Haha, success. All the lighting, and apparently the monitor as well, because it's plugged into that surge bar. Alright, come on up, my pretties. Let's go. God, how tedious this part of this is. Like I said, though, way better than clipping the threads to the end, but I don't know by how much. No. Can I send to voicemail? Or just... Okay, cool. Do not need to answer a call from Alberta. If it's important, they'll call back or they'll leave a voicemail. Feels like the kind of job where there would be the people who would end up like, totally why I listen to audiobooks, because it's like, this feels like the time when, like, if you were in a cottage industry traditionally, someone would be like reading the newspaper to you or something like that. It's 100% what this feels like right now. Excuse me. Ooh, I'm going to turn the stitch length down while I'm thinking about it. So I don't forget when we start to sew the end seams for this. Because you know I will. Okay, so this one needs a zip pull. And basically what we're going to do is we'll set them aside and we'll do zip pulls later. Right now we're just going to trim all these thread ends. And then, yeah, we'll work on the rest of the work when we get to it tomorrow, probably, because at this point this is going to take a significant amount of time. It's like, did we actually sew the handles for the bags that I pulled that are in the cutting room? But we did not, because why they got pulled is they need the interfacing swap. Plus they have lining fabric, but I didn't cut interfacing for them because I thought that we had everything matched up, and we did not apparently have everything matched up. Because, you know, why would I? It's okay. I think we have enough large box bags. I think we'll be set for a little bit. If you disagree, I will 100% take an extra pair of hands right now. I'm very excited though, because it is supposed to stay fairly decent for weather this week. So that means that on Wednesday and Friday I can at least go for my shorter. Oh shoot, Friday is a little bit longer, but anyway, I can go for my runs outside, which always helps motivate me to get running more. So we're gonna actually, that's one of the things is I need to do a sub 5. Well, okay, the next goals are definitely time goals for things. So Disney has a proof of time. So if you submit a proof of time for a half marathon of 2.5 hours or less, that'll put you in, like, seed you into different corrals. And seeding into, like, an earlier corral is to our benefit because that gives us more time to, like, meet characters and basically F around a little bit more. Because the goal for the next one is to be able to sprint between the characters. and meet all the characters we can, sort of thing. Anyway, so, but I also need a sub or a 5 or like very close around 5-hour marathon by next year, because if we're going to go run Kyoto and or Osaka, their cutoff times are 6 hours from gun time, which means that if you're in the back of the corral, it may take you quite a while to get across that start line. Shouldn't be too bad, but like the field is like 20,000 plus people, so it's going to take you a bit to get up to the front. And from what I can tell, it's from the original gun time. I don't think they really, from my understanding, they don't do waves. I don't know. Anyway, a 5-hour marathon time is achievable and better anyway. So Calgary has a marathon, but the Calgary marathon is in May. I'm actually running the half marathon there this May. And actually another good argument for that is that always ends up falling on the eldest's like birthday weekend. So if I'm not having to train right up to their birthday, that would be a good thing too. But I also am thinking I don't want to train for another marathon over the winter time. So Victoria has a marathon in October, so I think I'm going to try and aim for that one next year so that I can run outside for my training for like the year of the summer, basically, because it's like 5 months of training-ish. And that means that, like, yes, I will be running a lot of the summer heat, but I won't have to run on the treadmill. Or someone who was making fun of it the other day called it the dreadmill, and it's like, yes. Actually, of course, they're interviewing a bunch of people with Run Disney as, like, entertainment before we started running, and they're like, what do you like about running? And the guy's like, when I finish running. Dallas was talking about that yesterday, and he's like, I like, do I like running? I don't think I like running. I like the accomplishment of running. I'm like, I don't think anyone actually likes running. I think it's mostly the after effects of the running that keeps us running. My thing I realized is it's like, as an adult, there are very few things that you get like an accomplishment for, sort of thing. Like, there's a lot of hard work as an adult, and there's very few rewards for it. So at least with running, you do a lot of hard work and you can still get like rewards for it. I want my shiny medals and the special beers. We'll run for beer and medals. I don't need to run for yarn right now. I have enough yarn. But when I have shrunk the stash a little bit, then we'll do run for yarn. But anyway, that's the goals for next year. And I think that is achievable next year. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully, I don't know. If I can get a 2.5. Why am I doing this? Yeah, whatever. If I can get a 2.5 hour half, the 5-hour marathon should be pretty close within reach. So yeah, I guess what I'll end up doing is probably doing the half at Calgary again, which means I'll still be doing a significant amount of training on the treadmill over the winter, but I won't be doing marathon training on the treadmill over the winter. Thank goodness. Plus, like, this year I'm going to be doing a lot of training over the summer to, like, speed up my half. Maybe I'll get a 2.5 hour half at Canmore. That would be cool. Because basically I have the half, a 10, and then another half this year. Alright. I'm just trying to get a lot of this off of the floor here so that it's, like, not chilling down there. It just keeps going. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's as much as I can actually fit in this area, and I actually need to run to the washroom. So I will be back in probably about 10 minutes. But we will continue this tedious trimming then. Hello, hello, I am back. Sorry, apparently the stomach bug I am done with the stomach bug. The stomach bug is not quite done with me yet, apparently. Yay. Alright. On that note of maybe a little bit too much information, we're going to get back into trimming all of these top stitching threads. So we've gone through it today and been able to get all of the handles and the bags actually top stitched, and now it's just I used to do this as like the last step in my bag making, but I started doing it before I actually sew in the twill pull tabs or the ribbon pull tabs, and I found that it is actually significantly easier to trim everything down now. And actually what I can do maybe is I will move some of these a little bit more over here, and then I can work a little bit more on the desk here. So basically we're going in and we're trimming down like all of these threads so they're not hanging loose out of the bag is what we're doing. So it has actually also hit the point here. I had to close the window, which is sad, but it is only April 1st, so we'll have lots of time for open window time, hopefully here. And even over this next week, I think the weather's supposed to be good enough for that, so. Alright, and then what we'll do after this, or the next step after this, is going to be clipping in all of the pull tabs, although I have a feeling that will be a tomorrow. We'll start on that. I'll start on that tomorrow. Kiddos are home tomorrow, so they'll be in TV daycare basically, or something. This is something that I could actually take upstairs and work on, but you know what? Dallas can deal with bedtime tonight, so I'm gonna stay on the stream. As boring as this may be, that's what I'm here for. Creativity chaos, which includes all of these parts. One annoying bit right now is that everything is very staticky, so. Alright. These hedgies are super cute, and that zipper is like so perfect for this color. It's like meant to be. Oh, there's more threads here. My goodness. This one apparently is a thread magnet. There. Get off. Thank you. Go. Do 2. Thank you. All right. And the other boring thing that I'm going to have to do is make up our grocery list for tomorrow, because it's run into the city day to drop Dallas off for work, which means it's Costco trip day. And gas prices have gone up to $1.60 a liter here today, so that's daunting. Basically, it just means we don't drive into the city unless we absolutely 100% need to, but that's okay. I think I'm all stocked up for everything for this week, for finishing off what we need to finish off now that we've got the next roll of interfacing. So that would be, it's kind of like that sort of random stuff that has to be condensed into the trips that are already planned. So, although I'm supposed to meet with a friend this week, so I'll have to find out where she wants to meet up actually, because we haven't seen each other for nearly 2 years, so that's very important. said, I don't have very many stories tonight, even though I haven't told a lot of stories for a while. There's just not much to say. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw up throw any questions you have in the chat, and pop my audiobook in, because I may as well. It's 100% vampire smut. I might find something else to listen to, but probably not. I do not know the title. I don't know the author. I do know that's supporting my local library, so that's why we went with it. And I don't actually even know if it's smut. There's a lot of indications it's going to be, but it also feels like it might be like fade to black. So I guess we'll find out the spice level later. But I'll finish off this trim up, and then we'll throw that up. And I'll see. I think I can log into my library account on the laptop. Yes, I've definitely done that before. If I can't, then we'll get Everand or whatever it is. Fabric fluff. Also 100% a good thing that like the library can't, they might be able to see an ebook or like audiobook loans, I guess. I shouldn't say anything. Okay, let's see if we can actually log in here. I'm pretty sure we can. Oh, right, but I can't log into on here. I need a different browser, simply because otherwise then it tries to get me to listen to myself, and that's not happening. Okay. Oh, cool. They're actually open till 8 on Mondays. That's good to know. Not like the kids are up that late, but it's still good to know. Let's see. There it is. Nope. There it is. Log in. Aha. No, I don't need you to save it. Items out. Requests. I still have a standing request. I guess it's maybe good to like go check these once in a while. And apparently my internet is very slow tonight. Oh, I do have a request. Oh, because it's for like a new... Oh, apparently I have 12 requests. Oh, because it added in the ebook requests and the audiobook, like the Libby requests. Okay, sweet. But yes, that would make sense. I've been on the wait list for manga since November. Although I need to get the rest of them and actually read them again. I keep like taking them out and then not ending up reading them. Although it's good for like the library circulation number, so I don't feel guilty about it. Alright, let's see if I can get my earbuds connected, and as long as it doesn't also like make me listen to myself like it did last time. Okay. Get it. I don't know how far. Listen now in browser. Can I get Libby for desktop? Nope. Why is my phone not working well tonight? Okay. Well, I guess the crutch of this might be that we may need to change stuff up, because if my phone's not working, there's not much point anyway. Hello, phone. You shouldn't be overheating. Stop. Start. Fine, get out of here. Ding. Ding. There we go. Allow. Get out of here. Now, it is warm, but... okay. It's still there. Alright, so if you do have any questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat. This, even though I'm listening to an audiobook, this is not a stop to the chatter. It's just... if I have guidance for chatter, then it is a lot easier. Okay. I also want to make sure that this is not on blast for you all. It's just for me. Although now I don't remember where I was. Okay, so we're going to go on the phone and actually take a look at... fine. Someday I will be far more organized and not doing this while I'm actually on 205.24. Also, if you're interested in spicy vampires, it's Filthy Rich Vampire by Geneva Lee. 205.24. At least I'm assuming that it's spicy vampire, because all things are indicating that it's going to be. I don't actually know if it will be. It's that kind of story that feels like if it doesn't, I will actually be disappointed. And I don't get very disappointed when there isn't spice, but this is one of those situations where it's like, well, you are like strongly hinting at it. So if there isn't, it will be strange. Okay, there we go. I am in my spot. Okay, and then I'll just have to make sure that I actually make note of where I finish when I'm off the browser. Okay, good. Sweet. So yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat. I'm more than happy to answer them there. Now hopefully it overrides everything once I get my audiobook playing again. Sweet. Okay. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're good. Yay. So she's getting jealous because the vampire is so much older than her and, like, has been with other women. Okay, well, it's a good thing it's fluffy, because really, I have only half a brain to concentrate on it anyway. Oops. Turn the monitor off. Oh, okay. Alright, so it looks like we're probably going to get most of the dark thread or black thread top stitching trimmed up tonight before the kiddos are in bed. I just turned the monitor off because I heard them starting the bedtime routine, which our youngest has not been a fan of recently. But yeah, I think we can at least get through all of these black ones, and then we'll be able to do, or I'll be able to do white tomorrow, and that's actually perfect because then I can take these upstairs and work on them with the kids upstairs or outside while they're playing or whatever I need to do to keep them happy. Hopefully, actually, what does the weather say it's supposed to be like tomorrow? That's today. We're not in Osaka. Okay, good. It loaded the right one. Yeah, it's supposed to actually be plus 15. Cloudy, but plus 15. So that will be really nice to be outside in. There is more snow in the forecast, of course. So it looks like running outside on Wednesday and probably indoor running on Friday. Gross. Oh well. Be summer before we know it. Okay. The other factor of this is I want to be getting out and running outside as much as possible before any like potential forest fire smoke is in the area, because that's heartening. Okay, I'm going to go back to my book, but if you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat still. Oh yeah, definitely. There's only 4 left. Thought there was more. Alright, sweet. So we're through all of the black thread trimmings. That means now we're going to move on to the white. Now, I don't know why, but I did not chain piece this very well. So we've just basically got a big stack of bags to trim off. Now, it does make it a little bit easier that I can just throw them on the desk, but it in some ways does make more work. Let's just throw them all here. So with these ones, why we've already got the like handle and twill clipped to the bag is because a lot of the, well, this is where the mixed colors come in. So some of them have the like natural colored twill tape or the ivory colored twill tape, and then a lot of them also have the black twill tape. It just really depended on what was going to work the best with the bag, and then of course the top stitching color wasn't all black either. I did actually end up switching a lot of them this morning when I was down for earlier. I think I probably swapped about 10 over to white top stitching versus like the black top stitching I was thinking of originally. Like this one was supposed to originally have black top stitching, and instead I decided I was going to get white. So I guess the one issue now, we're still going to turn them, but I guess I'll just clip the twill back on the interior then. Yeah, that'll work. All right, I'm going to go back to my book, but if you have questions, let me know. I'm just kind of waiting for a text from Dallas to let me know when the kiddos are in bed, and that'll be the end of the night tonight. Although we did get quite a bit done today, so that's really good. Hopefully I can continue this roll on Wednesday as well. Yeah. wrap up on this Pixel Cat bag, and the kiddos are basically in bed, which means it's bedtime for us. So I thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will wrap up on the actual top stitching trimming tomorrow and start on the clipping. Hopefully I have that done. Then tomorrow night I will be on, and we will be doing the end seam sewing to get the bags basically, I don't know, 3/4 of the way done. I think that's 3/4. So I hope you all have a fantastic night, and I'll turn this and then I will chat with you tomorrow night. The best way to find out if you're new is either to subscribe and hit the bell button. That'll tell you when I come on live, or through Instagram. I always post the link there, and that gives you a better idea when I'll actually be on. What did I do with that stuff? Okay, I dropped it. Okay, it fell off the sewing table. Anyway, yeah, through Instagram or through YouTube. Instagram's always going to have a link, and YouTube will notify you if you hit the bell icon. So, again, thanks for joining me, and I'll chat with y'all tomorrow night. Bye.